Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Pakistan's Interior Minister, Mohsin Naqvi, has arrived in Tehran as part of efforts to help revive stalled peace talks between Iran and the United States. Iranian media say Naqvi held discussions with his counterpart on steps aimed at promoting dialogue and regional stability. The visit comes amid ongoing diplomatic efforts by Pakistan to support de-escalation following the fragile ceasefire in the region. China says agreements reached during US President Donald Trump's visit to Beijing remain preliminary, despite positive talks between the two sides. Beijing says both countries have agreed to establish new trade and investment boards aimed at negotiating tariff reductions and broader economic cooperation. The meetings between Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping focused on trade, agriculture and investment, though few concrete details were announced.
US President Donald Trump says ISIS second-in-command Abu Bilal al-Minuki has been killed in an operation carried out by American and Nigerian forces in Africa. In a post on Truth Social, Trump described the mission as flawlessly executed, saying the militant leader was tracked through intelligence and targeted after attempts to hide across the region. The announcement comes amid ongoing counter-terrorism cooperation between the United States and Nigeria, which has long battled ISIS-linked and other extremist groups in West Africa.
US President Donald Trump has said that Washington is prepared to sign an agreement with Iran if Tehran suspended its nuclear program for 20 years. Speaking to the media aboard Air Force One, Trump said he would accept such an arrangement if Iran's commitment proved genuine. Trump claimed Iran previously conducted trade worth $500 million daily through the Strait of Hormuz, and said the blockade had disrupted Iranian commerce. He said the ceasefire decision was taken at the request of other countries, and once again praised Pakistan's Field Marshal and Prime Minister. Trump also said he would decide within days on lifting restrictions imposed on Chinese companies purchasing Iranian oil.
Separately, Araghchi said US-Iran negotiations are suffering from a lack of trust, warning that Tehran wants clearly defined terms before agreeing to any deal. He said contradictory messages from Washington had deepened doubts over US intentions. He also insisted that vessels crossing the Strait of Hormuz must coordinate with Iran's navy unless they are hostile to Tehran. The State Department says Israel and Lebanon have agreed to extend their US-brokered ceasefire by 45 days after talks in Washington. The truce, which was first declared by President Trump on April 16th, will remain in place as both sides prepare for another round of negotiations in early June, aimed at containing hostilities along the Lebanon border. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky vows a strong response after a Russian strike on Kyiv killed at least 24 people, including 3 children, in what Ukraine described as the largest aerial attack since the war began. Authorities said a 9-story apartment building in the Darnitsky district was hit during widespread missile and drone strikes across multiple regions, with rescue operations continuing. Zelensky warned the attack will not go unpunished and said Ukraine is preparing further long-range strikes on Russian oil and military infrastructure. The Democratic Republic of Congo has confirmed a new Ebola outbreak in its eastern Ituri province, with at least 80 deaths reported, the health ministry said. Officials said 246 suspected cases have been recorded, with infections linked to the Bundibugyo strain of the virus detected in multiple health zones, including Bunia, Mongwalu, and Rwampara. The outbreak is Congo's 17th Ebola episode. Authorities have activated emergency response measures, while the Africa CDC warned of cross-border risk due to proximity to Uganda and South Sudan and ongoing population movement in the region. Harvey Weinstein's third rape trial in New York ended in a mistrial after jurors failed to reach a unanimous decision on the charge that he raped aspiring actress Jessica Mann in a Manhattan hotel room in 2013. Weinstein, 74, had pleaded not guilty, with his defense arguing the encounter was consensual. He remains in custody due to prior convictions in separate cases. Prosecutors said they were disappointed, but will review next steps, while Weinstein's legal team urged the case be dropped, noting a split jury vote. It is unclear whether the case will be retried for a fourth time. Samsung Electronics chairman J.Y. Lee apologized to customers and the public on Saturday over the company's wage dispute with its South Korean labor union as fears grow over a possible strike at the world's largest memory chip maker. Lee said he was deeply sorry for causing concern, while South Korean officials urged Samsung to resolve the dispute through dialogue. The collapse of government-mediated talks has increased worries about disruptions to exports, economic growth, and financial markets. The union says it remains committed to a planned strike next week, despite Samsung's offer to resume negotiations. Samsung's major customers include Nvidia, AMD, and Google.
That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.